All right. Here we go. Here we go.
Numbered VTR 121075. Take one.
Oh, it was a pilot, unreleased pilot even. Like, we shouldn't have
Yeah.
even seen that. I've never seen that for a game show.
Okay. Only a matter of time.
Have you ever tried marijuana? Have you? Vote now. 100 people in Television City equipped with secret voting buttons are answering that question on Mind Reader. Starring on this week's Mind Readers panel, first baseman of the Los Angeles Dodgers, Steve Garvey. From All in the Family, Sally Struthers. One of the first men on the moon, astronaut Buzz Aldrin. Editor of Cosmopolitan magazine, Helen Gurley Brown. TV wit Orson Bean. Psychologist Dr. Joyce Brothers. And the host of Mind Readers, Jack Clark.
Fucking Buzz Aldrin, huh?
Just clapping the audience claps.
Thank you very much. Oh, you're terrific this morning. Thank you. Welcome to Mind Readers. Now, you've seen our voting audience of 100 people behind me, 50 men and 50 women. You've met our distinguished celebrities, and welcome back. We're going to get at it today. One more thing to do only is complete the cast. Here are the people who will be competing for the money. Our two contestants, our champion from Whittier, California, Sherry Barber, challenged today by a shoe designer from Los Angeles, Judy Code. Welcome, ladies.
And introduce ourselves. Celebrities, I guess. Let's introduce ourselves as the other competitors.
Good luck to you. All right, as Johnny Olson said at the beginning of the show, we have asked our voting audience to give.
Sorry, Frankie. Sorry, sometimes the audio.
We should introduce ourselves as the other competitors, and then say.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then we should play along. Like, okay, now who do we think is going to win of those two? Just right off the bat, and then introduce ourselves.
I think it's going to be the shoemaker from Los Angeles, and
okay,
I'm Carson Bailey.
I'm Frankie, and I think it's going to be the other person, not the shoemaker. I forget which one was the shoemaker. So the other
the one on the right.
I'm Steve, and I think it's going to be the guy in the circle. There's a black guy in the circle. I think somehow that guy's going to
win. Okay, strong bet.
You've heard it here first, folks.
Give their secret answers to this question. Have you ever tried marijuana? We have the written estimates of our celebrities. We're going to ask two of them to reveal them. Steve Garvey, we'll let you start first. Of these 100 people, look carefully. How do you feel they answer?
What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. We've never seen this.
Okay, I think what's supposed to happen is, of those 100 people, they are saying whether they have or haven't, and we have to guess if it's more yes or no, I think.
In the audience right now. I'll tell you, there's a lot of young glazed looks too. This is a tough one. This is a good looking audience also. And I think that a lot of people don't like to smoke to begin with. But I think because we've got a young audience and because I think we've got some contemporary people, I'm going to say 42 have tried.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Pause him.
Another estimate.
Well, hold on. We should keep going until
now
everyone.
That we understand, we should also give our own guesses.
Well, we should, but should we do that now, or should we wait till the celebs have gone? Because even the people
are they all gonna guess?
It's the first two so
should
far.
We put our guesses before theirs or after?
We should put our guess before the actual contestants go. The actual contestants haven't even been asked yet.
We're gonna hear. Okay, I see why this show didn't get picked up.
I mean, I don't know, Frankie, but what I do know is that they said there's only two people. Those two
people.
Okay,
you want to give your guess. What's your guess?
I guess that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't we give the guess now before we have?
How about let's watch the pilot and see where it goes.
But from Buzz,
there's only one episode, so we.
Well, there's going to be more than one round. I'm not saying. Listen. They're going to. I almost guarantee they're going to.
If you want to give your guess, Frankie,
can I just finish my thought?
Say your number.
All right, give me your number.
You're taking longer to fucking argue about the fucking thing.
I'm not trying to argue. My sentence. I'm just trying to give you a pitch, which is that since we only have 20 minutes of show,
and we're making it an hour,
Should we? Does it not make sense to do the guesses with as
Then
little
what's your
influence?
guess?
I don't know. You're trying to make me just guess. That helps you then, because
You obviously want to guess.
Not necessarily. I'm suggesting we should all guess, and does it make the most sense that we guess before hearing any other guesses, so that we're not influenced? You know, if they all say 42, we're gonna probably go 42. Not that they would.
I was gonna say we make our guesses right before the two people actually competing for the money make their guesses, because in this situation we are like placing ourselves right with the people actually competing for the money, right? So we should be treated the same as those guys.
Okay, I agree. We should. Okay, so we'll get access to the panel. Yeah.
And then I'll pause it when he like turns over to the Whittier and the Los Angeles lady.
I agree, and I appreciate us doing this. And for the record, I'd rather pause it and do this than us talk over the show.
Yeah.
100 folks, Buzz.
I like the looks of this audience. They're very prudent, but I think they're in search of enlightenment. 47.
Right there in the halfway range. Very interesting. We'll find out. The votes, the estimates are in. Steve estimates of the 142 have said yes. Buzz Aldrin, our astronaut, he goes a little bit heavier, says of the 147 have. All right, we have those two numbers, and you're the challenger, Judy. It's
okay. So they're putting it up to the challengers. So
I apologize. I thought the whole panel of celebs were going to give their fucking guesses. I was like, that's a lot of guesses for us to hear. That's why I was like, we really want to hear all of them go. It's just I get it now.
I wonder if maybe they all only go once throughout the whole, at least maybe the whole first round. I don't know.
That's probably more likely.
Okay, so this was 1975. I'm gonna say 35. I'm gonna go very conservative.
I'm gonna say 56.
I'll say 25.
Okay, I'm gonna write down the guesses. Carson, what was your guess again? You said
36. And actually, here I if you want, I put it in the comments, so we can do it like this, and then does that work?
Yes, and then we'll change our names based on our score if we get it right. You know, to keep track.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Up to you to pick first. Which of those numbers do you feel is closer to the actual audience vote?
47.
Oh, we got to pick between.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, pause it.
Okay. Okay, so we got.
So we picked 47 or 42. I will say it's making it easier.
Who's closer? That's it.
Yeah.
Which of those two numbers is closer?
47 or 42, right? 42.
I think it's lower. So yeah, I think it's lower. Yeah.
All right, you two both went 47. I'll go or 42. I'll go 47.
All right. Let's see what it is.
So automatically, then the 42 goes to our champion, Sherry Barber. Whoever is actually closer will win $100. So let's find out. These 100 people, the ones who have actually tried marijuana, is 45.
Oh, Frankie gets the point.
$100.
All right, put $100 on the board.
I thought you would be back.
Oh!
That's 44 and a half, and they gave the half over to 45. You know, 44 had to be 44 and a half.
Oh, no, that is
close.
really
I'd like
fantastic.
to ask these 47 people to identify themselves and come with me.
Yes, Judge.
I think probably it was higher, but the others are too stoned to vote.
Couldn't find the secret buttons right there. Well, Buzz, I must congratulate you. To hit it right on the nose is
You know
really
why
unusual.
he hit it on the nose, don't you?
Why is that?
He's been higher than the rest of us.
Takes one to know one.
What wonderfully colorful 1975 humor.
You won $100. We're going to give you a chance to mind read our
That's actually a good one.
After this, don't you move.
All right, commercial break. No, probably not.
Wouldn't that be funny? They actually did. They put the commercials into.
All right, we are back to Mind Readers now, and Judy, it is now your turn. You have $100 so far, and time, as I said, to read the minds of these 3 celebrities: Sally Struthers, Helen Gurley Brown, Dr. Joyce Brothers. Ladies' Day here on Mind Readers. We ask the ladies this question: gals, when you get furious, do you let loose with 4-letter words? Okay, we want you to tell us how these ladies voted, Judy. We'll give you $100 for each correct prediction. But if you're wrong, then the $100 goes to our champion, Sherry, and she has the right to continue. So which of the gals will you...
I'm going to let one of them answer because I'm confused on if it's just a yes or a no question.
It's got to be the same, like a given number, I think.
You start with.
I guess I'll take Sally Struthers.
How do you read her in answering this question?
Well, there are all kinds of 4-letter words. I'm sure she
great.
could use some nice ones too, but I think
Sorry, Frankie, what'd you say?
The camera zooming in on her was amazing.
Yeah.
she really got into it, that she would just let go with whatever came to mind. So I'd say she would say yes.
Okay, it is yes or no.
Okay.
I guess do we go by the? I guess we just answer along with them, even though we're not the ones being asked.
Yeah, I think Sally Struthers just swears.
I'm gonna say Sally does not.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, let's see what we got.
I think she's about to swear.
Spot you're in,
She doesn't look
Sally.
very happy about that.
Well, actually, 4-letter words are so unnecessary because if you take them away from a sentence and talk intelligently, you can make a better point. But I've never been known for my intelligence, so I swear like a sailor.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in the first half. Not gonna lie.
All right, you read our mind.
More points for Frankie and Steve.
I wish I could read this.
Which will you have next, Helen or Joyce?
I'll take.
All right, Steve, you have $100.
Well, I think that.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, no, they're about to give their answer, right?
This lady. Do you want to guess
Yeah.
if this lady was swears?
Helen. You know what? I'm gonna keep saying no. Eventually, I'll be right.
Wait, we're guessing if this contestant?
No, Helen. Helen.
Lady.
Can we
It's a
see
different,
Helen?
Sure.
Yeah, I gotta see Helen on screen.
I'll take Helen.
How do you read her?
Well, I think that.
There's your Helen.
I think she's wearing a wig.
Yes, definitely. I'm gonna say no. She doesn't swear, or she will tell us her answer is no. She doesn't swear.
Wig is a 3-letter word. So.
That
So you're also
wig is a
saying no?
3-letter word is the start of like an award-winning play. I bet if you write it. Wig is a 3-letter word.
Steve, are you yes or no? Sorry, I missed it.
I'll say yes because I think.
All right, let's see what we got.
She could probably speak her mind quite well without going to 4-letter words, and I think
Yeah,
she
high
would
one.
being in control of herself while she was having a discussion. So I think she would say no.
I see. Okay, Helen?
Well, I wish I didn't, and I always swore that I wouldn't use four.
Son of a bitch. Come
Whereas
on, Helen.
it's escalating. Sometimes just nothing else will do, so I'm afraid I do use them, yes.
Oh my God.
What about you? Were you a nun?
$100 goes to our champion, Sherry, and a chance.
I have yet to get on the board.
We all said she didn't, right?
Okay.
No,
I
Steve
said
said she did. So you
All
and
right,
Steve are tied right now.
Well, Steve needs to be putting his money on the board. He's not going to have him at the end. I'm not going to keep
Dr.
track.
Joyce, I think you could put him in his place and use words that he wouldn't even know. I say no.
Well, liberated women now are using more of men's curse words, but
I
it's
got
not
you,
a
Steve.
two-way street. Men are not using the traditional women's words like divine or sheep. And once somebody nearly ran over my daughter, and I was so furious, I took my shoe off and I destroyed his car with the heel of the shoe. I've never used a word no.
I love the way. Oh, sorry. I didn't even realize they were doing a question. I love the way she said, I destroyed the car.
Yeah, I was caught up in her
I'm surprised, Doctor. I know
story of her daughter almost getting hit by a
about
car.
divine and precious and all those other things. Okay.
I could destroy an aircraft carrier with this.
Make an aircraft carrier out of that. Look what happened. We're at a tie score, 200 to 200. The first contestant.
He's like narrating you and Steve.
Contestant who makes $500 is the winner and will go on and play for the big money. Now, once again, panel,
Big money.
we're asking to focus on our 100 people in the voting audience using the secret voting buttons. Now, I'm going to ask you to answer this question. Have you ever spent a night in jail?
Ooh.
Vote now.
This feels like a Jackbox game, doesn't it? A little bit.
I mean, it's like an interesting version.
All right, the votes are in the computer, and now we're going to go to our celebrities.
And it's strange because it's the audience that's right there. That is the
Helen Gurley Brown, are you ready now? Let's hear from you first. Of these 100 people, how many do you think answered yes? They spent a night in jail.
It's
Well, it's such a horrendous thing to have happen to you. I understand it's really awful, and I hope that not more than 3 in the audience have ever been there.
That's so low.
Wow, that's really low.
3 of the 100. Orson Bean, you're going to be.
I also think people have figured out the game now.
Funny you'd ask me. I did spend a night in the clink once.
Oh, really?
Thanks to the LAPD. It wasn't wonderful.
I bet.
Anyway,
Yeah, it usually is, dude.
When
When are you spending time in jail and it's not because of the LAPD?
the people from that I said 9.
A little edge you had there. Huh? Okay, here are the estimates, and thankfully, I hope they're low.
All right, what are our guesses?
Okay.
What do we think is
Now,
closer?
now we're not doing our own guesses, right? We're like, which of these two is
Which of these two?
closer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm like in the hole anyway, so I'm just gonna have some fun with it. I'm gonna go 3, and the reason is not only is it not a very common thing to happen, but I also think if you went to jail, you could just lie about it. So like I think it's actually going to be a lower number than we might.
That's how I felt about the weed one.
I'm going with 9.
Fair.
Because I think it might be higher than that. I was gonna guess like 18 out of 100. I spent one night in jail. It's not prison, it's just jail.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you could, public intoxication. Like, you do not have to commit a serious crime. That's a good point. Steve,
That's
what are you
what I was
thinking?
I'll go with 9.
Okay, let's see what we got.
It says 3.
Now, just a heads up, this is only the estimation. I don't think this is the answer yet.
Of the 100, a little more generously, Orson has estimated 9. And so it's a tie score. Our challenger will go first. You can pick either of those numbers, as you know, whichever one you think is the closer.
Right. 9.
Go for the higher one.
Mercy.
That's interesting. You were right the last time.
Reminded me of
3 is
her.
inherited by our champion, Sherry. $100 for whoever's closer.
Come on, she's the champion.
Find this interesting. Of these 100 people, the number who have actually spent a night in jail is 6.
Whoa! I was really close.
Jail! Like he just threw outside.
I was really close. All right.
Jail.
$300, baby.
Jail is cool.
You know why, don't you?
No, why did he do that?
Oh, I was thinking that you know why 16 have been.
No.
I mean, if 45 of them have smoked marijuana, that's the
See, that is so
Actually,
unusual
that's a
to
good
get out
joke.
of 100 an exact number, Steve. Very good
15 of these people are from my neighborhood back in Florida. And I'm the guy that used to ringlead them. So
You had it wired then. All right, another $100 to you, Judy. And now it's time again to mind read these 3 celebrities: Steve Garvey, Buzz Aldrin, and Orson Bean. Now it's the gentleman, and we asked these fellas this question. I can hardly wait.
Oh, giggly.
Have you ever milked a cow? It conjures up all kinds of visions, doesn't it? All right, we want you to tell us how each of these gentlemen voted. $100 for each correct prediction. But if you're wrong, the $100 goes to the champion. You're both within range of winning the game at $500. So which of the guys will you have, Judy?
I'm going to take Buzz.
All right.
You know
All
what?
right. Let's pause.
Buzz Aldrin, has he milked a cow before?
Only whenever he drinks milk, he milks cow.
I'm gonna say yes as well.
The only way I win from this point on is if I disagree with you both and get points on it. So I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Cow he milked. The cow that jumped over the booth.
I'm unmental. You silly twerp.
Did you milk a cow ever? Let's hear
Called
it.
her a twerp.
How do you feel he answered? You feel he has?
I
Just a
haven't
matter of
answered the
fact, isn't
question
it?
yet.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think he's got a really nice, wholesome face, and I think that he probably had some farm experience as a boy, and I would think that he had milked a cow.
That's a Holstein face.
I grew up in
Whoa,
suburban
whoa, whoa!
Oh,
The demons are taking
However, I
over.
owned a ranch also.
oh, good.
We had sheep and goats, but no cows. But I do remember back in my youth
Yeah.
that yes, I did.
Oh, you have?
No, come on!
Figure him out.
Well, I mean, we're technically not playing to 500, you know? 'Cause we're gonna stay.
No, I
playing.
understand. Yeah, for us, it's just
You may
whoever.
only
It's just the
have to
highest.
go one more step, Judy, because here's where you stand. You have $400. Steve and Orson are available to you. If you can mind
Oh.
read the one you pick, you win the game and are our new champion. So which will it be?
Oh, dear. I'm going to take Orson.
Bless you.
Orson. Look.
Orson. I don't want to go first this time.
I'll say
what do
no.
you-
He does
No?
not look like he's milked a cow. He looks like he's laughing about it already in this moment, I think.
Steve, what are your thoughts? Vis-a-vis
You mentioned the LAPD earlier. I'll say no as well.
For the
Like, I think
record,
he's not from the country, you know, he's from the
He's
city.
a city boy. City boy.
I also think it's no.
Rich
but
city
I gotta,
person.
Just get
I
some
gotta-
money.
I got to play to my outs, so I'm gonna say yes.
Into those eyes has this
Judy
man
catching up.
Well, I think he's probably done lots of really nice things, but somehow I don't think that milking cows is one of them, so I would say no.
Uh-huh.
do it every day.
Be the game, Orson.
I have kissed a goat.
Well, I fucked the sheep.
And I have milked a cow.
Yes!
Oh, all right.
Carson's on the board, baby.
Sherry, you have $100 up to 3 now. It was either or on that situation. I believe Orson's from Vermont, where they do a lot of
indeed,
cow
I am.
milking. That kind
Matter
of
of
thing.
fact, I'm a second cousin of Calvin Coolidge.
That is a
I'll
curiosity.
tell you that before the crowd turns surly.
All right,
That mean that
who's left for you? You can tie the score if you can
I
read
keep
his mind.
expecting to see Satan every time that comes up.
I don't know, catching baseballs is so different from milking a cow. I'll
Yeah.
say yes anyway, yes.
Let's go.
All right, Steve Garvey is left for you. You can tie the score if you can read his mind.
Okay.
Ever done what with a baseball?
Oh wait, are we on a different? I thought we were still on the milking the cow.
I think it's still about.
Oh,
milking.
he's a Dodger pitcher. That's what. Okay, that's why she said that joke. Okay.
Steve,
That's
I don't
the
think you
pitcher for
started
the-
us off on one of these. Why don't you start us off? What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's a milker.
You think he's a milker?
I think no.
I'm gonna say no.
Fine, Jerry.
Gee, I don't know, catching baseballs is so different from milking a cow. I'll
Yeah.
say yes anyway, yes.
I think you're right. Steve.
You're right. You're right. Playing first base is not like milking a cow, and maybe that's one reason why I've never milked a cow because I
Let's
played.
go,
first base.
baby.
I've never milked a cow before.
The answer is no. Look what happened. You made Judy the winner of the game. Congratulations.
Let's go, Judy.
Judy, you're the winner. Come on.
Interestingly, there's still 6 minutes left.
Champion.
She's going to the solo room.
Just a
And
minute.
we're gonna go with her.
So we have to say goodbye to you, Sherry.
Because we're all the champions.
Bye, Sherry. Bye, Sherry.
Bye, Sherry.
You're the champion that never was.
Our fallen foe. Let's go, Judy. Me and Judy were well aligned.
Look at all the sticky notes on the ground. It's a very
I love
interesting little bit of decor.
I think that might have to do with that.
Oh,
Maybe that's like a little maze that she has to go through.
yeah,
We're
she's-
back to the Mind Readers with our brand
We'll
new
shrink her
championship
down.
code. And away we
Put her
go.
in the maze.
Sleep is next. And what we want you to do is go right down the line and read the mind of each one of our celebrities in turn. Now, you win $500 for each correct
Okay,
prediction.
this is what I thought it was. Here we go.
$500 for each answer, by the way.
Fuck. My
And
whole lead could go down in the first one of these.
All right, let's see.
If I get it wrong, y'all get it
One
right.
of our celebrities has been selected as a lucky star. If you've correctly predicted his or her answer as you go along, you will win a bonus of $5,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's get to work.
Okay, so let's do it like this.
Yeah.
They're all going to be
far
worth,
off from like what they give people today.
They should all, for us, maybe they're all worth
200.
I was gonna say 200, and then one is worth 500.
Okay.
The
That's fair.
special one is 500.
Yes, I think it's a much more balanced way for our format to make it work.
Yeah, and then there's how many people on the panel?
Like 6 or 7.
A lot of money possible here. All right, panel, here is the question.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
All right.
And we'll go. I have them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing like a little grid so I can record.
We got baseball. We got Sally. We got Buzz. We got Wig.
We got Crime Guy.
LAPD.
Other guy.
And we got, I don't know what the hell that lady does. She's a
Sorry,
contributor.
lady. We don't know what the fuck you do, lady. Well, let's hear the question. Let's see what the question is. Here we go.
For a $25,000 fee, would you be willing to be photographed in the nude for a magazine centerfold?
Ooh, Buzz.
$25,000. Would you be willing? Let's find their answers.
All right, we should have to put down our answers now for the whole board. So if you can give us the group shot again, Carson.
The whole board, not one at a time.
I think you give it. I think we write down ours for all 6, and then we see if we were right. I don't, because then I think by the end we'll be really sussing it out, and then we have to go all 6 for the gauntlet.
Oh, you're saying we have to?
I think we should have to give our answers for all 6 right now, and then we'll know. We'll be locked in as they go down, so that the first person doesn't go never, and we're like, oh, they're all going to say no
for a magazine.
All right.
Oh, here we go. All right, sure. And then we should definitely say them beforehand, before they start.
Yes.
So
right now, take the time, and it's just yes or no. Would they appear in nude in a magazine for how much money?
Oh, I don't remember.
All right, panel, here is the question. For a $25,000 fee.
$25,000.
$25,000.
And that's 1975. 25.
All right, let's get that in today's dollars. Let me
So
find
we got
out.
baseball guy.
Let's find out how much that's worth today. $25,000 is worth about $150,000 today.
God, that's depressing. And also
That's what we'll
interesting.
say. $150,000. Would you do it?
Okay, I've got my answers.
All right, let me.
Who was after Sally Stroll? Oh, Buzz. Okay, Buzz.
Okay, I have my answers.
All on you, Steve-O.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Who wants to go first? Let's do each person. Okay. Number 1.
Yes.
Okay. I was also yes.
I said no.
Said no. Okay. Number 2.
Yes.
I was also yes.
Yes.
Number 3.
No.
I was also no.
No.
Ooh.
Number 4.
Yes.
Wait, I just want to make sure. Number 3 was okay. Yes.
Number 3 is Buzz. Yeah. And number 4, the lady next to Buzz, I said yes.
I also said yes.
I said no.
You said no. Okay, so Steve, you are no, yes, no, no so far.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. And Carson, you are yes, yes, no, yes.
That is correct.
I am yes, no, no, yes. Now number 5.
The LAPD guy.
Yes.
I also said yes.
I said yes to that as well.
And then last one,
Lady.
Dr. Brothers.
I said no.
I also said no.
I said no.
All right.
Okay. Let's hear our first one. Let's get it going.
Would you be willing to be photographed in the nude for a magazine centerfold? $25,000. Would you be willing? Let's find their answers. Steve is trying to ignore the whole thing. All right, Steve Garvey, how do you read his answer on this?
I'd say yes.
Steve, what is your answer?
I'm offended. Do you think I'm the type of guy to expose myself in a magazine for a paltry $25,000? No.
No.
Wow. All right. Point to Steve. $200 to Steve.
Wouldn't you? Didn't read it. All right. Now we are to Sally Struthers. How do you read her?
Steve takes the lead.
Well, she doesn't need the money, but I would say she might do it for like, so yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says yes. What's your answer, Sally?
If I had the body, I probably would. But since I've always been very modest, no.
You wouldn't either.
Point to
Wow.
Frankie.
Not so far. Our astronaut, Buzz Aldrin, what do you think he said?
We all said yes to hers.
I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to say anyone, but I think he would too.
Wow, we all said no on
You get it
Buzz.
right. All right, Buzz.
Variety is the spice of life. And I've been photographed so many times with so much heavy clothing on. $25,000 isn't enough. No.
No. 3 out of 3 no's. All right, Helen Gurley Brown, how do you read this lady?
I'm not going to take any more chances. No.
Helen?
I find it very discouraging that Steve and Buzz have neither one said they would pose nude for a magazine for any amount of money. As for me, I'm not morally against it. I think it's great, but I just don't think it would be for me, so I would say no.
Aha!
Oh, point.
Damn it.
Okay,
We'll do it together now.
2 more to go now. Orson Bean, how do you predict on him?
I kind of think he'd like it. I say yes.
Orson?
So did we.
Get your brownie box and come to my dressing room later. Well, I was asked once to pose as a centerfold of the Burpee seed catalog. As a matter of fact, sure, for 25 grand or for nothing, I'd do it.
Oh, you did!
Hey!
All right.
You got
everybody.
2 now out of 5. 1 more to go. Don't go away, Doctor. You still have to answer the question. How do you read
Carson,
Brothers?
did you add it for add mine or am I adding it now?
Yeah,
I've been
that's
adding.
you.
I've been adding.
Okay, I'll leave it alone then.
I don't think so.
Says no. Doctor?
I once asked a gal who makes
Real quick, by the way, Frankie and Steve are 100 points away from each other. So depending on how, except wait, no.
We answer the same or differently?
posing the nude.
We
has
all
to be
answered the
6
same, but you know,
Says,
it could be
you might eat
anyone.
a steak
We
sandwich.
don't know who the special one was.
I'd be afraid if I posed in the nude
Frankie's very right.
that no one would buy the magazine. So I said no.
Yeah. What you said? Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's right. So you did predict it. 3 out of 6. Well, you're kind of a late starter, but when you did okay. 3 out of the 6, so you already have $1,500. Not bad. Okay.
Good answer.
Now, here's where we go. You correctly predicted the answers of Helen, Orson, and Dr. Joyce Brothers. If any one of the 3 is our lucky star, you win automatically an additional $5,000.
Okay.
How does that work?
You ready?
I'm ready.
You just choose
Who
someone?
is our lucky star? Helen, you did
Oh.
She was
hold on,
which
which one was her?
$4.
$1,000.
Okay.
Got your fingers crossed?
Okay, I'm crossed.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Who
That's
is
just
our lucky
4.
star?
Helen
Number
was
4 was
4.
the lucky star, so Steve gets an extra 300.
Steve takes it. Steve.
Helen, you did it!
You are a mind reader, my friend.
That's beautiful.
Steve, you are the mind reader.
So, 1,000.
I knew all the
on
answers.
the sweep, another $5,000.
Trying to make it competitive.
$100, not bad. Add the $500 from the game.
And I am fucking not. Didn't even break the 1,000 mark. Sheesh.
We're going to come right back and read some more minds in just a minute. Don't go away.
Here we are.
Are we? No, well, I don't
No,
think we
I
are.
missed
We have a
it,
minute
yeah.
left.
They come back. They're like, we're
Oh,
canceled.
oh,
hold
time,
on.
Judy. But you got your $7,000 tomorrow. We introduce a new challenger, and away we go again. Thanks very much to Steve and Sally, Buzz, Helen, Orson, Dr. Joyce. We'll do it all again the next time. Are you ready? And the next time, we hope you'll join us and see how good you are at predicting how other people think, feel, and act. For Mind Readers, Jack Clark. Bye-bye, friends.
The theme music is so intense.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Mind Reader, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.
Time capsule.
Guys, actually, you know what? I think I might be a mind reader because I'm going to make a prediction. There is not a next time for this show.
No, this is the unaired pilot.